Good morning, YouTube. This is BTR Investments, where we help you with the best tips and strategies in the stock market. All right, guys, I have my coffee ready. I'm hoping we end out the week strong here. I hope everyone's portfolios had a great week. In today's video, we're going to be discussing Apple's stock and where I see it going in the next couple of weeks, as well as news that have came out related towards Apple. So if you like this video, if you could please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'm steadily dropping a minimum five videos per week. So, all right, guys, let's get right into the video. So if we look at SPY for the week, it's done very well. This just means that stocks are doing very good this week. This week has actually been fantastic. My portfolio has gone up a ton, so I love seeing that. If we just look here, it's just gone up here, and then it's kind of just stayed there. So this is very good for the market in general. And if we look at Apple, I mean, it's doing very well. So I stated before, once it broke that 125 top wall, that it's going to do very well. One thing I was a little bit nervous of is the fact that once it breaks it, where would that new bottom wall be? And I still think that Apple is going to kind of show it. And I was kind of worried that it even might drop below back to 125 again, just because people wanted to quick sell Apple and just get out and take quick profits. But it's actually been like holding up very well. So if we look here, it's had like good resistance this entire week. So I just think that this is a great sign, and Apple's going to do very well in the next couple of weeks. So if we look, the high was 129.57, and then even right now it's at 128.68. I'm making this video at 7 a.m. in the morning, so it's a little bit before pre-market and everything. But yeah, guys, it's been a fantastic week, and I'm just really glad about how the market's doing and everything. And I'm very glad about how Apple's just been keeping up. And honestly, it just has a very strong resistance right now. So I think that if you are holding Apple, this is just a very good sign. And I'm excited to see that where this is going to go in the next few weeks. I think it's going to do fantastic. So now I'm going to discuss about the article that came out. It came out about 2 days ago, but then they just keep talking about it. But I was like, of course, great. As soon as Apple's doing good, something's going to come out that's bad. But pretty much it's just stating that Facebook said that with the new Apple software that's coming out, it's going to absolutely destroy free apps, which I do not agree with. It just seems like a kind of a way to make Facebook stock do better, honestly. But of course, I was like, okay, as soon as Apple's doing good, something's going to come out like this. But honestly, if we were looking at the chart for the week, Apple's actually kept up with very good resistance. So I got a little worried when this did come out. Pretty much it was just saying that Apple plans to roll out a forced software update that will change the internet as we know it for the worse. So when I was like, okay, a top tier company like Facebook is saying this, how is it going to react to Apple? But the day that this actually came out, Facebook actually went down and Apple stayed the same. I think it went up 0.2%, so it wasn't anything. But this is one thing that really made me quite nervous, just due to the fact okay, Apple finally broke past that 125 wall, and now we have news coming out where Facebook's saying this. But honestly, with this article that came out, I just don't think it's true at all. I don't think that Apple would really do this. And just because in the App Store too, Facebook is one of the most downloaded things. So they kind of need each other, which it does state in this article too. So this is one thing this week that did make me a bit nervous, but Apple's showing very strong resistance. If you guys haven't read this article or anything, I recommend checking it out, just kind of seeing what it says. But honestly, I don't think that there would be a fight at all. I think that they both kind of need each other in different senses. So I'm very glad that through the resistance that Apple was able to stick through, and it actually didn't take a massive hit from this as well. So the next thing I'll discuss is the article that came out from The Street this morning. It pretty much stating is that Apple is on track to have its second best year in the past decade. This is really awesome news, just due to the fact, if we think about it, with COVID, Apple did take a hit. And the fact that it's still having its second best year in the past decade, I just think that next year could even be the best year in the past decade for 2021. And pretty much what this article is stating is that Apple typically has a very strong first quarter, which I'm very agreeing with, just due to the fact with the news of production that they came out. I think that the first quarter earnings is going to be awesome, just because they're upping production, which just means that they're driving more revenue to Apple, which is going to drive more revenue to the stock. And I think this is why I'm so bullish on 2021 Apple's stock. It's just due to the fact if they're upping production, there's a reason for it. They wouldn't do this if iPhones weren't selling like crazy. And then I say it before too, like with new products that are going to be coming out. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to share this article and show you. Pretty much it's stating that Apple always has like a strong first quarter, as well as it's done the second best year in the past decade. And honestly, like if COVID never happened, it probably would have done better in my opinion. But honestly, God knows, no one knows. But so I think setting up into 2021, it could even be the best year for Apple in the past decade, because this is how they're going with production. They're already selling these iPhone 12s like crazy, and then next year they're going to be releasing the new product. I just think it's a perfect setup for a great year in 2021. All right, so where do I see Apple like going in the next few weeks? Honestly, in my opinion, and before I say this, I am not a financial advisor. I'm some random guy off YouTube. Do not take my stock advice. This is where I put my hard-earned money. But in my opinion, I do believe that it's going to start maybe even creeping up towards the all-time high at 134.18. I really do believe that it could start testing the waters, and maybe it would create that as a new top wall or even break past it. What I could also see happening is, since it broke the 125 top wall from previous, that would make it the low bottom. So I do see it maybe going down as well. So I'm not just saying that this is for sure going up. I do see it maybe testing a low bottom wall at 125, because that's the top wall it broke. But I am bullish on Apple, and I do believe soon we'll start seeing it kind of testing the top wall at 134.18. And in my opinion, I think it could even break it here shortly. Just due to the fact, like with all the news that have been coming out, production times have been doing well. Apple's been driving so much revenue. I just think that in 2021, this is going to do very well. So in the next couple of weeks, I could see it hitting this all-time high again, or even breaking past it. This is just my opinion, and this is where I see Apple going. But I'm very excited for the next couple of weeks, and I'm glad, like I said before, that I just kept buying these shares when it's been doing a kangaroo market for the past 3 months, and then it finally broke that 125 top wall. This is one of the stocks that's just been setting up my portfolio very, very nice this entire week, and I just think that this is going to absolutely take off in 2021. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of share that, like, maybe soon we're going to see it break past the new all-time high, and that would be absolutely awesome. And if you're holding Apple stock, I know lately you've just been super glad, just due to the fact, like, for the past 3 months, it's been pretty boring. And many people even bought the all-time high. Honestly, if you held out, honestly, like, if Apple drops after you buy, don't get worried. We are investing for the long term. It's going to recover. So when it comes to my opinion with like stocks like Apple, Amazon, Tesla, things of that nature, in my opinion, it doesn't really matter when you're buying it if you are holding for years or even decades, right? Because these dollar signs aren't going to matter when it's more worried about the hundreds, right? But yeah, so I just think that Apple can test this new all-time high and even break past it. That's my opinion. So that's kind of where I see Apple going in like the next couple of weeks. All right, that's it for today's video. I really hope you guys did enjoy it. I'm really hoping we just finish out this Friday very strong. I always get worried a little bit on Fridays just due to people not wanting to hold stocks over the weekend, so they sell. But if you guys did like today's video, if you could please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. 86% of my viewers aren't subscribed, so it really helps my channel grow, and it really makes my day when people do subscribe. Also, I want to hear where you guys think Apple's going in the next couple of weeks, so leave that in the comment section below. And if you have any questions or anything, leave that. I'll make sure to answer it too. All right, guys, I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and let's kickstart Friday off strong.